Basketball in Lithuania is not just a game. Basketball is Lithuania's pride. Basketball is the heart of Lithuania. It started beating in Kaunas. Basketball has been played in Lithuania since 1921, and just a year later, on April 23rd, the first official friendly game was held in Kaunas at the basketball court on Vytautas Hill. That date is considered to be the beginning of basketball in Lithuania. In 1936, Lithuania was admitted to the International Basketball Federation, FIBA. In 1937, the history of Lithuania's basketball victories began. At the second European Men's Basketball Championship in Riga, the founders of Lithuanian Basketball, headed by Mr. Pranas Lubinas, surprised Europe. There, the European teams, one after another, were forced to acknowledge that Lithuania, an outsider before, was now a leader. Lithuania had reached the peak of European basketball, but the country had but one basketball hall and basketball players were counted not in thousands, but in tens. In 1939, Lithuania was so eager to host the third European Men's Basketball Championship in their capital, Kaunas, that they built Europe's first roofed basketball hall. At the opening, the president of Lithuania, Mr. Antanas Smetona, said, "I am pleased to greet this game's organizers, hosts, and visitors, and I am particularly happy to say welcome to our dear foreign guests." Since that time, basketball has been in the heart of nearly every Lithuanian. Even World War II and 50 years of Soviet occupation have not cooled Lithuanians' passion for this sport. While living under another country's flag, Lithuanians regarded their basketball teams as symbols of their national identity. Lithuanian basketball players were leaders of the Soviet Union teams that won European championships and Olympic Games. Their victories inspired Lithuanians to regain their freedom, and the country's teams rejoined the international basketball family in 1991. Lithuania's heart starts beating again in a triumphant rhythm. In 1992, Barcelona. In 1996, Atlanta. In 2000, Sydney. 3 Olympic Games, 3 times bronze medal winners. Little Lithuania is the only country in Europe whose team has played in the Olympic semifinals 5 times in a row. In 1995, the men's team became European vice champions. In 2007, they won the bronze in the Eurobasket. But the most unforgettable victory of the last decade was the Lithuanian team triumph Eurobasket in Sweden in 2003. After 64 years, our basketball players again became the champions of Europe. Hundreds of thousands of fans came to meet the champions. Proof that basketball is the heart of Lithuania.
Kada 2003 metais mūsų Lietuvos rinktinė laimėjo Europos čempionate 3. kartą, kilo mintis.
After the Lithuanian team won the Eurobasket for the 3rd time, we had an inspiration to convince FIBA Europe to hold the Eurobasket 2011 in Lithuania so that a historic injustice would be redeemed.
Kuria prasme? Kadangi 39 metais buvo laimėtas čempionatas, 41 metais.
In 1939, Lithuania won the European Championship so that the next championship was to be held in Lithuania in 1941, but World War II prevented that from happening. We deserved it. We were the champions of Europe 3 times and once vice champions. FIBA Europe heard our argument and agreed to hold Eurobasket 2011 in Lithuania. On January 14, 2005, Mr. George Vasilikopoulos, the president of FIBA Europe, came to Lithuania and together with Mr. Algirdas Brazauskas, then the Prime Minister, and Mr. Vladas Garastas, the president of the Lithuanian Basketball Federation, signed an official announcement that Eurobasket 2011 would be held in Lithuania. Vilnius, Kaunas, Klaipėda, Šiauliai, Panevėžys, and Alytus are the European cities which are preparing to welcome the participants of Eurobasket 2011. Vilnius, the capital of Lithuania and its biggest city, is situated at the junction of 2 rivers, the Vilnelė and the Neris. This city of 500,000 has an old town so well preserved it is included in the UNESCO World Heritage List. The people of Vilnius are proud of their basketball team, Lietuvos Rytas. They always sell out the Siemens Arena when this team plays its important games there. The Siemens Arena is new and modern, opened in 2004 and contain 11,000 basketball fans. It's the first arena in Lithuania to meet all of FIBA Europe's requirements, and FIBA management, after visiting the arena, declared it's perfect for Eurobasket 2011. Basketball players who have competed here admire the arena's excellent service and the congenial atmosphere. Kaunas is Lithuania's second-largest city. The country's temporary capital between the world wars, it's now the capital of basketball, with its famous team, Žalgiris, one of the best in Europe. Kaunas's legendary sports hall has been hosting major basketball games since the 1939 championship, but a new hall is already under construction, the largest in Lithuania. When this hall opens in 2010, it will be able to hold over 14,000 basketball fans. Klaipėda is Lithuania's major port, the northernmost ice-free harbor in the Baltic Sea. This city of nearly 200,000 has a unique atmosphere, a combination of city life and the sea, and will have a unique arena designed to look like a catamaran. The arena is already under construction and will be ready to hold 5,000 fans of Eurobasket 2011. Šiauliai, a city of 130,000 in northern Lithuania, with its bicycle factory, bike paths, and bike museum, is known as the City of Cyclists. But basketball is very popular, and the city has the nation's third strongest team and a new sports arena. This arena, for up to 6,000 fans, opened in 2006. The arena is impressive in both size, some 100 meters wide, and appearance. 4 of its 5 floors are covered in sparkling holographic glass. It has already hosted the finals of the Lithuanian Basketball Federation Cup and the last 4 games of the Baltic League. Šiauliai is ready to welcome the participants of Eurobasket 2011. Panevėžys, the 5th largest city, is located in northern Lithuania on both sides of the Nevėžis River. The people of Panevėžys like to enjoy themselves in a part of Old Town called Senvagė, or the Old Riverbed. But a new center of interest for the people of Panevėžys is the Sido Arena. It's the new sports complex, which opened its doors last October. The arena is already known for its Olympic standard cycling track, but its main task is to welcome the participants of Eurobasket 2011. More than 5,000 fans will be able to watch the qualifying rounds in Panevėžys. Alytus, the biggest city in southern Lithuania, is famous for its picturesque forests and green hills. Alytus is getting ready for Eurobasket 2011 by rebuilding its sports arena. Already mostly complete, the arena when finished will accommodate 5,000 spectators. Speaking of the upcoming championship, Prime Minister Mr. Andrius Kubilius said,
Vyriausybė skiria ir skirs didelį dėmesį čempionato organizavimui ir nepaisant tos ekonominės ir finansinės.
The government is already giving serious attention to all organizational matters despite the economic and financial crisis, which we can hardly influence since it is global. Nevertheless, we believe that the crisis will be over and this chance to organize the championship is a unique possibility for which we must be ready. The logo of Eurobasket 2011 was unveiled in January 2009 during a break in the final game of the Lithuanian Basketball Federation Cup in Panevėžys. The logo's creator, Mr. Kęstutis Koera, said that it incorporates 2 symbols recognized by every Lithuanian, Gediminas' columns and a basketball. He describes its design as being created in perspective so that the basketball backboard is seen in the same way that an attacking player would see it. 2009 is a special year for Lithuania. The country is celebrating the millennium of the first mention of its name, and Vilnius is the European capital of culture. Kaunas organized the FIBA Europe Under-16 Championship. It was a great chance to rehearse before the main event, Eurobasket 2011. 3 million Lithuanians look forward to the greatest basketball competition in Europe and are getting ready to welcome guests from all over the old continent. By 2011, we will be ready to prove that Lithuania is the heart of European basketball.
Esu įsitikinęs, kad
I am convinced that the European Basketball Championship is a matter of pride for all Lithuanian people.
Lithuanian, don't forget that is almost one of the mother country, maybe the mother country of basketball now in Europe.
Basketball fans, Lithuania welcomes you.